Hey guys, it's Drac. Good to be back on Undead Archery making a video for you. Been really busy with school, but have something exciting to share with you. I got this bow at an auction. It was pretty bare when I got it, and so I've had it retorqued. You can see that originally it was designed for 70 pounds of draw at 31 inches, and tall though I may be, 31 inches was too much, and 70 pounds was a little bit too much. So we got it torqued down to about 50 pounds of draw at about 29.5 inches, which is where I needed to be. And then we added a bunch of orange accessories. Why orange? Well, I added orange accessories because it's got this really sweet blue and black camo job to it, and it is a Voyager. It's not an X2, but it's a Voyager by Matthews, so Mission by Matthews, and all of the orange accessories I think make it look kind of nerfy, which if you follow my other channels will make a bunch of sense. I do have a release assist for it. I'm still getting used to it. I can fire it without the release assist, but getting to use a release assist has actually been very technical, and since it's a much less kind of, how to put this, it's less instinctual than traditional archery, so whereas I'm used to my recurve and really enjoy that, this feels like a much more technical process. So I'm firing 400 grain arrows. They're cut to my draw length. They have 125 grain target points in them right now, and we're standing at about 15 yards, but I think that the bow is beautiful. I'm really excited to have a compound bow to kind of do various video stuff with, as well as just kind of add it to my regular shooting routine. It feels very, very different than shooting traditionally, but I do enjoy it. It's a little bit different, so I like to attach my release, grip it here, and then come up with my middle finger and release like so. I am using a whisker biscuit. I know that there's a lot of debate over whether or not whisker biscuits are a good option or not, and it's not a debate that I really want to have on the channel. I feel like they work very well for me, especially as a beginning compound shooter. I think that they are very nice. This kind of removes a lot of my form from the equation. You just draw, line it up with your peep, and fire. Eventually had to turn my target bag around back there, so instead of firing at target points, we are firing at a semi-anatomical deer target, which is pretty cool. A little bit upsetting that my video goggles are preventing me from getting up on my peep like I like to, so I feel like this grouping is not going to be as tight as it could be. It's not a huge deal though. Really just enjoying the weather down here in Georgia. It's been great for shooting. I know it's still cold in a few other places in the United States, but it's not bad here. So one really cool thing is that at only 50 pounds of draw, I can hold it at my anchor point forever. So as opposed to traditional where I try to really kind of release at the apex of my draw and get a feel for it, you can be much more technical, line up with your sight. I only have one of my sights dialed in, so to speak, at about 10 to 20 yards. The top one is supposed to be pretty accurate. So let's take a look at that. Not my best grouping, really losing a lot here. Not being able to tuck my chin where I want it to be. Still not bad, one outlier, but everything else is within our vital area, so that's kind of not a review, but just me talking about my Mission Voyager, which I think is really, really cool. It's kind of nerfy. The only thing that I still want for it that I don't currently have is I'd love one of those straps so that I could just let the bow fall forward. But right now I do a grip and then grab it after my shot. I think that the paracord wraps are really cool. If anybody can make one in an orange, that would be so sweet. Feel free to leave me a comment or something along that line if that is something you are capable of doing. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This is my new compound bow, or my new old compound bow, and I really like shooting it. I hope you thought that it was pretty interesting as well. And if you have any suggestions for videos that I could make now that I have a compound that hits a little bit harder than my Samick Sage, feel free to let me know.